welcome to Tarts and Hearts. I'm Sarah, and she's Lindsay.
And together we're working our way through an epic list of rom-coms in order to find and categorize tropes in the hopes of creating the nerdiest spreadsheet podcasts I've ever seen.
And speaking of that spreadsheet, somehow we still, after a lot of years, have not done a couple of very important movies. And so that's the theme for this month, and we're kicking it off with Pretty Woman.
Yep.
Yeah.
This will mean nothing to anyone, but even Tristan was like, you haven't done Pretty Woman yet?
I know. It's like one of the foundational texts of the genre.
Yeah, exactly. And it's our 4th anniversary. It'll be, I think, 2 days before this episode comes out.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, somehow we didn't do Pretty Woman yet. I feel like
because I think we thought we would end up doing either like a Richard Gere month or another Julia Roberts month. And
yeah, I think that's kind of because there's the 2 movies, right, with Runaway Bride. I think I probably was like, oh, we'll just do that month one day, and then we just
or like we'll do both of those, and then
something else.
And now it's been 4 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're here with Pretty Woman, and it's a good time.
Yeah. I haven't watched this movie in so long, and I haven't watched it all the way through.
Oh,
like maybe twice in my life. I don't even know.
I think I've mostly watched this like on TV, obviously, like when I had, cable television with my family, and then otherwise like on planes or or on TV, like in a hotel. Like, again with the like not having seen all of it.
Yeah, and like we had the VHS, but we didn't watch it. I think probably because it was on TV all the time. Yeah. So it was a long time, similar to American President, that I found out there were swears in this movie. It was very surprising. So, but you know what? This movie fucking rocks.
Yeah.
It is very problematic, which we'll get into.
Oh yeah.
But it's so good.
Yeah.
Like
mainly because the 2 of them just them
are so good, and just like
good
wow,
chemistry.
This woman, she's she's going places.
Yeah, and just like there's so many iconic.
Yeah, I know.
Things.
Just like I was like trying to make muffins, and so I kept getting up to like take things out of the oven. I'm like, I can't miss this scene, even though I've seen it 7,000 times in my life. But I'm like, can't miss this. It's too important.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Even it is obviously, and we'll get into it, problematic across many axes.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's just really enjoyable aside from that. So let's start with the cast.
Yeah, so it's very, like, obviously the main people, but Hank Azaria is in this for one scene. It's his first film. It's so weird. And then Amy Yazbek is there for like 2 scenes. Which is Jason Alexander's wife. And then all of the Gary Marshall band of merry men, including, I think we probably talked about this in the episode, in the waiter who catches the escargot is in both Princess Diaries and catches things.
Oh man, which is like a definite reference. To this. Yeah,
so I love that.
There was also somebody super random that I don't think had any lines, and I don't know who it was, but it was like one of the, it was like the other cop with Hank Azaria. Hank Azaria is the cop, and it was like somebody who looked so familiar, and I don't know who it was. And like I don't even know if they're like uncredited, but I'll add it in if I come across the name, or like because I'd have to like go back and like look at the person and probably do like a reverse Google image search of this person's name. Like it was, I'm sure it's like somebody from a sitcom or something,
somebody
like
from the 90s.
Yeah.
And then there's just, it's hard also because there's so many people who look familiar because I've watched this movie so many times. And so that's why they look familiar. Like all of the people who work in the hotel, like the elevator guy and the people who work at the front desk, and all of those. I'm like, they look so familiar from watching this movie. I think one of the main things that I've been thinking about as we go on this journey, and we talked about this with our last super classic from the 80s, Harry Met Sally, is that so much of the stuff that we talk about, tropes and plot lines in movies and books, are because of this movie.
Yeah.
So there's obviously a lot of tropes in this, but there's just so much stuff just birthed from this, and it's like, it's astounding.
Like visual tropes, the music tropes, yeah. And I mean, obviously this was 1990, so there definitely were rom-coms before this, but like even the fact that the reference of like the random guy catching the thing ends up into like the Princess Diaries movies is kind of ridiculous. Okay. Should we talk about Julia Roberts? And just her general awesomeness.
This was like, I don't know what, like her second movie after Mystic Pizza. I don't really pay
like
attention,
definitely second like big movie. Yeah.
And this obviously like catapulted her into madness. We were having this conversation the other day in the Fairy lineup about has anyone experienced this kind of insane catapult to fame as HUDCon, and obviously it's a very different time, but I'm like, this could be a similar thing. Like, I know from, unfortunately, spending my youth watching Entertainment Tonight, how insanely famous she was and how crazy that
made her life.
She was just a superstar. And it was, but like similar to when we watched Notting Hill, I was like, she's a really good actress.
Yeah, exactly. She's so watchable and charismatic, but she's also a very good actress. Yeah. She was in Steel Magnolias in between Mystic Pizza and Pretty Women, but that that was such an ensemble cast.
One thing that I noticed this time is that I've heard her say at other things that she hates her eyebrows in this movie, and now that I've actually looked, it goes so far over the bridge of her nose. It's like a little distracting. I was like, I wish she hadn't pointed that out to me.
No, they're pretty crazy. Her hair though in this is spectacular. It's like dyed red. Like her natural color is more like auburny, but I think they dyed it. I think partly just to look spectacular, and then also to be like a big contrast from the like blonde bob.
It's so they spend so much of the beginning of the movie hiding her hair because like with that wig and the hat, and then all the photos they show in her getting ready montage, she's wearing hats, and so you can't see it until she's on the bed with her hair all sprawled. But I'm like, she's on the poster with her hair like that. It's not that big a surprise. It's a little bit of a weird choice, but whatever.
It's an interesting conundrum, but it like ignoring the fact that it's spoiled in the promotional material, it is like such a good reveal. So
it is really good.
And also like the first bathtub where she's in with all the bubbles, like to get all those bubbles they had to use so much detergent that they had to like re-dye her hair after that. Which is crazy. Her skin must have just been
oh god, so yuck.
Gross. And then so obviously the like big thing that it's not new to talk about this, and it was an issue in the 90s. Obviously we were children, so we didn't think about it, but I'm sure people were talking about it even then, is like the romanticization and oversimplification and glamorization of sex work, and then also the way that like the hero treats sex workers.
Like I think that part is obviously talked about less. I know that the sex worker part has been talked about more. Like I had a social studies teacher who like wouldn't stop talking about it. I don't know why. It was like 2000. Why was he talking about it? Who knows? But it's like a core memory, unfortunately. So obviously that is a thing that has been talked about for a while, and it's still the case. They romanticize sex workers. Obviously, it's well known that this was supposed to be a grittier movie that was way more about the, like, I don't know how gritty it was, but like you can kind of tell at the beginning with Hank Azaria.
Like
it's just like it has like
the dead the dead
other
woman. Yeah.
It bleeds into it a tiny bit, but not really. And then, yeah. And, like, they mentioned drugs at the beginning, and then it just kind of goes away.
Yeah, and it's like there's all these, like, things that happen to sex workers, like drugs and, like, pimps and all that. But, like, she doesn't do drugs. She doesn't have a pimp. Like,
yeah,
she's new to being a sex worker. Like, so therefore she's, like, better than the regular ones.
Yeah.
Or, like, more deserving of
his love.
Like, his love.
Yeah, she's less tainted.
Or
something.
our sympathies. Like, yeah. Or, like, you know, more deserving basically of being treated as a human being. Which, is gross. And also just the fact that, like, I mean, they don't go a huge amount into her backstory, but it seems like she got into it, like, very easily and got out of it very easily, which I, like, I mean, obviously 100% not an expert or wanting to speak on behalf of people who have this, like, lived experience, but, like, I think there's a lot of work that women do that is, like, close to sex work, but or, you know, like, I don't think there would be as many people that would go, like, straight into, like, full on like on the streets in a sketchy neighborhood sex work. Like, there's layers to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was also just, like, it was an easy answer because she couldn't make rent. And so therefore she's just doing it. Like, it just, her reasoning for doing it is sanitized. The way she's got into it is sanitized. And then, of course, the way she gets out of it is sanitized. And it's, like,
just, like, not even talked about. Yeah.
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 Okay.
And then the other stuff that doesn't get really talked about is the age difference. They're 18 years, the actors were 18 years apart, and the power imbalance. Of course, there's just the general power imbalance of being rich, but then, of course, the fact that he's paying her, just all of it, the fact that he's buying clothes to dress her up in, like, you know, it's a fairy tale, but it's also, like, wear this dress and then I'll take you out of it. Like, it's just...
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, oh, but he's nice and gentle, so therefore it's okay?
Yeah, and obviously there's the line, I never treated you like a prostitute. You just did. But, like, there's so many other things he says to her, and you can see the hurt on her face because she's a good actress, of, like, other stuff hits. And, you know, we both screw people for money, and there's another one at some point as well. When she woke up, she didn't know where she was, and he was like, must be an occupational hazard. Like, he's a dick, which we already knew.
Like, and the fact that he, like, lets her charge less than he was willing to pay, even. Like, even that, like, especially, like, you know, so when she charges $100 an hour, and then charges $300 for the whole night, like, what is that math?
He's taking advantage of her guilelessness?
Yeah, or, like, naivety, or like, also her, like, low expectations, right? Like, she'd rather have $300 because she doesn't understand the scale of how much he is willing to pay. Like, $300 is a drop in the bucket for him. Like,
yeah.
So, yeah, the fact that, like, he lets her negotiate down for, like, the week-long
for the
thing
whole
is
and he's just, like, amused by her the whole time of, like, this negotiation and all of that, and and then,
and that, like, I mean, I love that she gets to have such great scenes with Hector Elizondo, because, man, but, like, he just, like, expects that she'll figure it out, or, like, doesn't have any, like, consideration to the fact that she doesn't know how to behave in the spaces that he's expecting her to fit into.
And then the other main thing is Richard Gere decides to rescue her without asking her, without her telling him that, and then gets mad at her when he's like, I rescued you. And before
when she, like,
but, like,
says no. Like, you know, exerts her own control over her own life.
Yeah, and like, yeah, she has this own control, and she will have this money. And he's like, no, that's not good enough. And I'm like, but she decides that, not you. And just because you've decided she shouldn't be in sex work anymore doesn't mean anything.
Well, and like, even if she, so like, he wants to rescue her by like keeping her just as like in well-paid sex work.
Yeah, basically turning her into an escort.
Yeah, or like his, like personal whatever, like kept, a kept woman essentially.
Yeah.
But it's still sex work, right? Like just because you're not standing on a corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, and my biggest issue with this movie, of course, and we'll definitely get there, is that none of these are really fixed.
No.
Like his big gesture at the end is great, and obviously she's made a decision to like go to San Francisco and live her life, but like, how does that interact with them getting together at the end? It's like, so I don't know, I kind of wish that there was like more, like that he had to work harder, or that she'd already like gone to San Francisco and he had to like
to go do something else.
Well, like, or that she'd had a chance to like establish her own life and then they get together.
Then they got together.
Something like that. I don't know. What other observations do we have?
She's a size 6 and is considered the sexiest person that ever lived in the world. So fuck everybody in the 2000s and also now. So fuck them all.
Pretty much. Or like also like the, mid 90s.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, and then the other thing, again, because I haven't watched this in so long, the business line storyline in this is so weird and random and boring.
It's all just like business. Like, yeah.
I feel like I'm watching like a law show. It's like, I don't watch lawyer shows at the best of times. Like, and then also it doesn't end. Like, he doesn't sign the contract. He's like, he leaves the meeting, and then the old guy is like, we're gonna build ships, but nothing is signed or decided or anything. And I'm like, that's not how you do business. How are you a fancy businessman, Richard Gere?
Yeah. Again, it's like, it's written by people who don't know how billionaires do business, because it's written by movie people.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they're probably like, better at business than we are, but
this job, it has a weird name, of buying businesses and tearing them apart was a thing in the late 80s, and so they were like fascinated by it, and just like,
I think it's still a thing.
Oh, like, probably. I'm pretty sure, like, does anybody know what the jobs are of the billionaires in the billionaire romance books they read? No. So it's probably this.
Just like moving imaginary money around and fucking with like employees, like the employees of your employees' lives. Yeah. That's what I assume that billionaires do. Yeah. Pushing around magic money, invisible money. And okay. Our favorite delightful side characters.
Oh my god. Barney is just the best. Like,
he's so great.
He's so great. And just, he loves her so much. And also that woman at the department store wants to get with him.
Yep.
And I don't blame her. And he's just,
yeah. And like, he really like treats her like a person, like as like a person to person. Obviously he's got his, like at the beginning he's sort of wanting to protect the reputation of his hotel,
of course,
or the hotel he works at, but he still doesn't let him, he doesn't treat her like a non-human or like as lesser. He just has clear
he has a problem to solve, but
yeah. But he treats her like a human, and it's really great.
And then there's Daryl, the chauffeur, who, like, there's one part where he just has to sit on his limo because Richard Gere is going to go off and think about his life. But the end part, where he has to, like, drive down this alley. And then Richard Gere, like, climbs out of his sunroof. And then Daryl's just standing on the street watching these two people. And he's like, what is this? It's really funny to watch him react to this scene. And then there's like, it's not really a voiceover, so we didn't really include it in tropes, but like at the beginning and then at the very end, sort of like fade in, fade out, is like the sort of guy on the street, like the sort of caller who's just like talking about like people coming to LA to live their dreams or whatever, dreams. Hollywood, and so he's charming. Okay, before we get into tropes, favorite outfit?
Oh, the what? It's like an orangey brown suit with the shorts. I think that's my favorite one.
I really like that. There was something about business shorts and heels
Yeah.
that I'm into.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a pink and white dress that she wears in the montage, the Pretty Woman montage that she doesn't actually buy. It's like it's a little 50s, like with a white collar and then a white belt. But yeah, the polo dress is
Yeah, the polo dress is pretty fantastic. I also really like her first date.
I was just thinking
dress,
her,
like the black.
first one is really nice. It's a
the
like,
cocktail
that's a
dress. Yeah,
sweet cocktail dress. If I
yeah,
went to cocktail dress meetings, I would be into it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Those are some good ones. Okay, let's talk about tropes. Okay.
So
we've got a sad boy.
he's so sad, and he
so
can't
sad.
keep a woman because of
No.
business, and also he's too sad.
Yeah, business and sad, and like,
And he went to therapy,
and dead dad.
and it obviously didn't work.
Yeah, well, yeah, because he's getting probably the wrong kind of therapy.
He thinks he's too good for therapy, judging.
Well,
by
he
his
thinks he's too
monologue.
good. Yeah, he's too good for it, and also, like, he's still trapped in the like hoarding money phase of life to try to make himself happy when really,
Yeah.
that's obviously not working. So,
No.
yeah.
Kind of goes without saying, but this is how this section works. We've got the douchey best friend.
Ugh,
It's
Jason
just-
Alexander being the actual worst.
Like, obviously the end, of course. But there's so many other parts where I'm like, dude, get your own life. Like, he's
Yeah.
just a limpet.
He's a
s-
sycophant.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
He's
a limpet.
just
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
terrible. And that's, I don't like to use that word because limpets are cool, and he is
Yeah.
not. Limpets would never do that to Julia Roberts.
No. But yeah, he just is like, yeah, he's a coattails guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They do have a pretty good meet cute. Mm-hmm. It's great.
I like it. She's so sassy. And the first one, she's like, "Do whatever you want. I ain't lost." Like, oh, so good. Yeah, and then as we've said, we've got the fairy tale. Rich man courts her. Rich man, the ultimate fairy tale of, aside from the sex part, of buy all the clothes you want,
Yeah.
live in this fancy place,
Yeah.
tra-la-la. Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously different worlds because billionaire, sex worker. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But she's a sex worker with a heart of gold, and she's a
Ugh.
good girl who just got into trouble,
Yeah.
I guess.
Which again, it's not to say that like sex workers are bad, but it's
No.
because they distinguish her from other sex workers because she's such a good
And
girl.
like when you compare her to Kit,
Yeah.
is the way Kit talks, the way Kit acts, the fact that Kit does drugs. That's just like,
And,
and
like,
Kit is so
Kit's
brash
been
and like
in that world for so
Yeah.
long. Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
just like Kit can't get her life together. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
She definitely has some like manic pixie dream girl stuff happening.
Yes.
Because like she tries to fix his life, although his life doesn't really get fixed, other than
No,
like he
but-
makes like the good decision about the
Yeah.
other like the company, but
the company. Like she softens him
Yes.
and makes him less of a sad boy. And I think it's not so much like, well, if you look at him from the beginning and you look at him at the very end, I don't think the change is actually that much, but like throughout you can see him, I don't know. You can see her effect on him. And the line she rescues him right back is just like so manic pixie because
Yeah.
he's a sad boy who needs rescuing. And only a woman with the heart of gold can do that.
indeed.
Although, again, she does not meet a lot of the other criteria for Manic Pixie Dream
Exactly.
Girl, and also she existed before them, so there's a good chance, well, not all of them, but like before the trope.
Yeah.
But there's a good chance that a lot of what the like big Manic Pixie Dream Girl characters were based on
we're like
somebody
inspired
is
by
this character in their mind.
Yeah.
We've got a movie named after a song, of course.
Yep. We've got a lot of old tech, like the gigantic Zach Morris cell phones.
So big.
Faxes. Faxes are very important in this movie. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we've got a quick LA trope. It doesn't, like, aside from the Rodeo Drive being existing.
And the, like, Hollywood stars.
Yeah. It's not really a super tropey LA thing, but there is when she's walking down Rodeo Drive, there's a guy in a convertible on a cell phone and his kid in the front seat, also on a cell phone, and just mainly because we just covered this in Tad Hamilton of, like, everyone in LA is on cell phones. I'm like, wow, this was really a thing we were doing in the 90s.
I guess so. We've got the old romantic movie, which I don't remember what it was in this.
Charade.
Right. Yeah. And then also the opera that they go to is about a courtesan who falls for an older man, and she has lots of feelings, and it's, like, so well done.
Yes.
And then there's also I Love Lucy.
Yes. Which is
and it's
awesome.
Hysterical.
Yeah. When they go to the opera, everyone in the lobby, like all the hotel staff, are looking at her just like, oh my god, she's so beautiful, which she is, of course.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it rhymes with people randomly clapping for you when you walk into a place.
It's like, it fills like, that same, like, emotional event niche. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
she's so absolutely incredible, astounding that you can't, she takes your breath away just by walking past you.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a few montages. There's the sort of, like, shopping montage, and I mean, that's, like, the main iconic one is, like, her Rodeo Drive montage.
Yeah. And then they're, like, falling in love when he takes a day off.
Yeah. They're, like, picnic date day. Yeah.
Which leads to a secret love admission while the other person is sleeping, but they still heard you, but they don't want to answer you. It's such a specific trope, but it happens all the time.
Well, yeah, because it's like, they know that I know that you know that they know. Yeah, it's that. And then, obviously, there's a grand gesture. It doesn't involve running. It does involve driving, but it's not.
It's not.
There's
like
no
that
rain.
Kind of driving.
But it's a grand gesture, and he, like, conquers his fear of heights and saves her from the tower. It's not subtle.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Okay. Does this movie pass the Bechdel test?
Yes. She talks with Kit at the beginning about their lives in general, and their work, which is their job. And they talk to each other again at the end about, again,
they're like
their dreams,
career plans,
of, like, getting out of this situation. And unfortunately, I could not figure out if the actress playing this terrible shopkeeper has a name. So I don't think it passes the Bechdel test, but I would like to say that the revenge scene does pass the Bechdel test. They are not talking about boys, and it is incredible. So it deserves to pass.
Agreed.
There's also, I wanted to say, surprisingly, a large number of people of color in this movie. Obviously, there is a lot of them are in service at the hotel, and then in other places. But there's also a lot of, I don't know if this is good or not, there's a lot of Asian businessmen in the hotel, which I'm like, but they're there. I mean, it's
better than we've seen in lots of movies. Where,
I think we've found there was a lot more, and then it got, in the late 90s and the aughts, they just got whitewashed out for terrible reasons, probably. And then, so there's a lot more in the earlier movies than you would expect. So that's something. Hooray!
That's something.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make a pie. Yeah. Okay. Iconic outfits.
Oh.
Like, there's so many. They're so good. Like, is 40% too high?
No, that's what I was thinking. Maybe 35?
Okay, let's do 35. Yeah.
Because we've got some good stuff. We've got some good slices. Because this slice is Barney is the best, which I would like to give 100% to, because he rules and he absolutely deserves to marry the Queen of Genovia.
Obviously.
Also 35.
35?
He gets them together at the end. Oh,
I know.
I love him so much.
Yeah. Okay, we've got the best revenge scene ever, potentially.
20? 15. 20?
20.
20.
Well, but because in my mind, the other iconic scene is our next slice of the pie, or is one of the parts of the next slice of the pie.
She sings in the bath. Mm-hmm. So maybe 15 and 15.
15 and 15? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, yeah, we didn't talk... Well, we mentioned the bath, but yeah, her singing the Prince song with her Walkman in the bath is iconic. And then also their, like, super romantic bath together scene is very swoony.
Mm-hmm. When she washes him with a washcloth and then switches it out for a loofah, which I've never understood, but that's fine. But I like it. It's very good.
Yeah.
It's an important part of the falling in love arc.
Indeed. Both parts. Yeah. So, yeah, 15 for that. Okay. I like that pie. And now for the hard question. What's next for them?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, they didn't solve any of the problems of her work. Him not just being her sugar daddy, whether or not he's paying her for sex.
Yeah.
He lives in New York.
Yeah. She's
not that she
planning to move to San Francisco.
She's planning to move to San Francisco. Yeah. Just all of that. I don't see a situation where he doesn't 100% support her, and then that breaks bad at some point because he has monogamy issues, which we already knew,
and all of her objections that she raised when he offered it the first time still exist.
Yeah,
even when she's no longer like officially a sex worker, like. Yeah, like she's still had like the same concerns about like being, just like kept in a condo somewhere in Manhattan still apply whether or not she like is doing a different job on this as not. Well.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. And then the thing that of course is never talked about implicitly, but like we can assume that her age is about 22.
Yeah.
And so the age gap is problem regardless, but also she's 22 and her brain isn't fully developed.
Exactly.
She needs to do that.
Well, and she talks about wanting to finish high school, like get her GED and go to college or do whatever. So like, yeah. I mean, if he wants to, pay her to go to college, not for sex, like if he just wants to like, give her a private scholarship essentially. With no sex, I would be fine with that. But otherwise, I don't see it. I don't see it lasting well.
No, I think a strong memory I have of our first episode, Dirty Dancing, for this section was, I want them to meet. I think we said we want them to meet up again in like 15 years and have a hot affair. And I'm like, I'm fine with that. They obviously have good chemistry. If she moves to San Francisco, gets her GED, gets a job, has a decent life, and then they meet somewhere. Yeah. Maybe at the opera, because she's obviously fallen in love with opera. And then they have a hot affair when she's more age appropriate. Let's do it.
And like more equivalent life experience.
In power balance. Yeah.
Sign me up. All right. Ugh, okay.
It was a juicy episode.
Indeed. Oh, man. And then, Lindsay, what's next for us?
Oh, less grand scale epic movie, but important for us. We can't believe we haven't done yet, is Crazy Stupid Love, which is one of my faves.
Very excited.
And always good to have Gosling around.
Oh, yeah, especially after this year. Man, the last couple of years. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of our Pretty Woman episode. You can always leave us a rating or a review wherever you get your podcasts, or you can find us on social media. We are at Charts and Hearts Podcast on Instagram and Threads.
You can also head to our website, chartsandhearts.com, where you can submit your suggestions for rom-coms and tropes for us to add to the list. Obviously, we've still got, I don't even know, let me just do a quick glance. 135 movies on this list.
Yep.
So if you think we haven't done one that you really want us to talk about, tell us, because sometimes it's on there and sometimes it's not. And if you tell us, we'll probably move it up the list a little bit. Although we do have some fun stuff coming for summer. You can also check out our Patreon at patreon.com/chartsandheartsclub. For June, we had planned to do another Pride Month because we forgot to do the birdcage. So we're doing that on our Patreon. And so it's a secret Hank Azaria month. Huzzah! And that will be exciting. And if you want more Julia, we just did Mona Lisa Smile on Patreon like 2 months ago. So she's out there.
And all kinds of fun stuff too. Let us know your thoughts on this movie. Do you have any like I don't know, like think pieces or actual work like by sex workers who talk about this movie and like why it's problematic in that regard? That would be great. Or, you know, tell us your favorite iconic outfit because oh man, they're so good.
Also, I discovered there's a documentary about how it changed movies. Yeah. So I didn't watch that because I didn't have enough time. It's on Netflix. Yeah. Nice. But I'd also be interested in that because the history of rom-coms is something that I'm, you know, we're learning about as we go.
Yeah.
Oh, so we should try to watch that. Fascinating, kind of thing. So if you know that kind of stuff, tell us about it.
Yeah. And in the meantime, be still like vegetables. Lay like broccoli.
So good. So many to choose from, but that one's such a good one.
That one caught me this time.
Gotta love Prince.
Hard. Okay, bye.
Bye.